like the smell of a dead shark after you cook them with an energy blast.
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the comm spike is being developed at UC Star Station SY-920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jimson. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements.
Hello.
All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY-920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
Premium smuggling routes?
Definitely. We're talking cargo depots, star yards, research stations, and, like in SY-920's case, military outposts. I've never seen someone new to the game have so many contacts. It's the reason we let her join up in the first place. I don't know how she accomplished that. We've been trying to crack some of those places for years.
Should I expect any trouble?
You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as Juan goes, even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her.
Sounds like she'll be useful.
I sure hope so. Because she might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it.
If it's the only prototype phase, how do we know that it's going to work?
We paid good money for the information, so I'm sure it works. And if it doesn't, a certain source at Mast is going to have to deal with a very pissed off Neva, and that would be the end of that. You just bring the tech here, I'll do the rest.
Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops, and we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it.
How will you want to get me inside the station?
She's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Juan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan.
So you don't care if I shoot up my way through the place?
Are you kidding? The UC's already painted giant red crosshairs on our backs. Keyway and his pals at SysDef won't rest until we're dead. It's not like you can make them any angrier at us, right? Shoot the place full of holes if you want. Just bring back that comm spike.
Understood.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Okay, you'll make sure. More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that comm spike in your cargo bay.
If one asks why we need to come spike, what do I tell her?
I'm gonna leave that up to you, Rook. If you get into deep trouble and you think bringing her into the fold is gonna make the difference, tell her whatever you want. At some point, Delgado's gonna be promising everyone their cut of Crix's legacy. If we want him to stick with the fleet, it's inevitable. But until the money's within reach, the less people that know, the better.
What can you tell me about Juan?
The Crimson Fleet made contact with her about a year ago. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space, and her name kept popping up repeatedly, so I decided to put her to the test. Not only did she pass, but the results were off the charts. Made us both a ton of credits. That was good enough for me. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, as long as she keeps my gal bank account humming, she can keep all the secrets she wants.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
I take it you're Neva's new recruit?
Don't you mean the new rook?
Ah, you must not be used to pirates being so cordial. But in the heart of New Atlantis, we have to do our best to keep up appearances. I can't afford to be as rough as some of our cohorts. It's bad for business.
And you must be the smuggler.
Careful, the walls have ears. SY-920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions.
Let's hear him.
Good. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option.
How loyal are you to the fleet?
Look, I know I don't have a lot of history with the fleet. But I'm putting my reputation and ship on the line for this. That alone should tell you enough.
You'll just be... If you just bail if something happens?
It's not personal. If you're caught, that entire installation will be on you. There's nothing I can do for you at that point. Except send flowers to your next of kin.
Got it.
Good. Then we have a deal. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please.
I'd like to know who I'm working with. Can you tell me about yourself?
I'd like to, but I need to keep a low profile. In my experience, the more people know about you, the more they have over you.
I can understand. I don't really like sharing myself.
Exactly. You make yourself vulnerable. You become prey. Emotionally, physically, it doesn't matter. Delgado may think otherwise, but I found in this business, fortune favors the cautious, not the bold. Anyways, I appreciate the small talk. Delgado's crew aren't usually so chatty. But let's keep our focus on the mission. We can swap bar stories and share scars when we've got enough creds to buy the bar and fix the scars.
How often do you dock at the station?
Enough to be on a first-name basis with the Marines working the comps. It also helps they want us to dock. A cargo ship means supplies, special requests, slates from home. In the void of space, a cargo hauler is a soldier's best friend.
How much do you know about the job?
Only what I've been told. Get you on the SY-920, get you out if I can. That being said, I can be a better guide if I know what it is we're after. So, it's up to you.
Ava said you don't need to know the details.
Fine by me. If this goes bad, the less I know, the better. And if I do get caught, there'll be nothing to confess to.
Alright.
We'll talk more on the ship. Yes, what?
Howdy.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to.
I'm pretty good at staying quiet.
That will serve you well here. Some people mistake silence for weakness or, at worst, compliance. But to me, It's the loud ones who leave themselves vulnerable. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it.
I'm ready, let's go.
All right, then get comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grav drive. All systems go.
We'll grav jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship. The fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC 7938, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock at docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked.
Okay, Juan.
Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone.
What if I get stuck? Is there any way to reach you?
Provided you haven't sounded the alarm, then yeah, like I said, if you can find an intercom, I'll keep a channel open.
What's this about
This
vents?
is a star station, so there are plenty of ventilation ducts you can slither into. As far as tactics go, it's an oldie, but goodie. I
Alright.
would hope not. But if they do, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
You with the Jade Swan?
Mm-hmm.
Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks.
Oh, stay clear. Oh.
Just gotta remember to bend the knees.
Maybe I dropped it while working.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu.
I'm in the cargo bay. Checking
And
in.
you found the intercom. That's a start. If I'm not mistaken, the maintenance door should be in front of you. If you can find a way to open it, it'll get you past the first checkpoint.
Is there any other way to get a
Try
key?
eavesdropping on a few soldiers. Maybe one of them will mention a key. Right. Pick a lock or pick a pocket. Shouldn't be too hard for a Crimson Fleet pirate to pull off. Anyway, the door will let you access the vents. Go up the vents and to the barracks. You should find a uniform there. The uniform should get you through the checkpoint and to the elevators. We'll talk again once you get to the command bay.
Okay, I think I should have enough. which leaves me one open. Shit. Wait, I bet what? Why is there a lockpick here? Hmm. Fuck.
Back holding up okay? Like it. Hey, at least something of yours works.
Let's see. Favorite that to number 1.
Things were a little too loose under Commander Woods.
State your business.
I need to report to the command bay.
Logging ensign level clearance. Go on ahead.
I made it to Command Bay.
Good. And no alarms or warnings on the comms. Music to my ears. If you found a uniform, be sure to put it on. That'll provide some cover. Don't know what you're after, but I'm guessing there'll be another checkpoint. This far down, you might need a clearance code.
Yeah, I can use the uniform I picked up and walk my way past the guards.
I don't like deliberately drawing attention to yourself, but a disguise is never a bad idea. The uniform won't be enough though. You'll need to find a computer with the code. Try the security office. They likely have a computer there that has what you need. Going down for now. We'll talk again once you've located your target.
Not yet.
Okay.
Security station and then head on over to the archives.
Well, you better hurry. You know what they say, Marine. If you're 15 minutes early...
No digi. Speaking of digipicks. You got me some digipicks. Good, good, good. Okay, it doesn't fit. Why doesn't it fit? Oh, here we go. Fuck me. Okay.
Need your clearance code, Marine.
Got the code.
All right, Ensign, let's hear it.
What was the first one?
You're clear, Ensign Akasaka.
Okay.
Commander Natara, test flights for the latest prototypes are ready to go.
Acknowledged, Lieutenant.
Dr. Vogel has put in a request for more personnel. It seems there was an accident.
It's always something with that doctor.
Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about potential leaks?
No. Until you can provide more substantial proof, we will simply monitor the situation.
Yu here. Goggles almost unloaded. We'll be departing shortly.
You're not going anywhere. Wait. Are you really leaving?
One thing you've done. You've managed to get through the entire station without raising a single alarm. But the longer I stick around, the more people ask questions. And That's before they find out what you've been up to.
But I'm your cargo.
And I've delivered you just as Delgado asked. That being said, I can stay in orbit for a short while. I'll need to send word to Delgado anyway, if you don't get off that station. But it looks like you'll need to find your own way off the ship.
Fuck.
That doesn't mean you're trapped. On a station this big, there are bound to be other vessels you can steal. As a member of the Crimson Fleet, I trust you can handle that.
Any parting advice?
I don't know what you're after, but my guess is you're looking for a scientist. It might even help if you pick up a lab coat and use it to blend in.
I'm the best there is.
Confidence. Either way, you're going to get your chance to prove it. Good luck. If you make it out alive, next time you're at the Nova, I'll buy you a drink.
What? We're just...
Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. According to autocorrelation models, results in risk increased by a magnitude of 2. But we won't tell Commander Natar. What she doesn't know won't kill her. Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign?
I'm doing a routine check on the comm spike. I need the access to the device.
Don't you mean access to the ship? Because the comm spike isn't a device, it's a module. It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types, but the results so far have been very promising. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wondrous technology.
Options on that level has a very mass...
Yes, it's not quite cracking the Enigma code, but it will give us a significant tactical advantage. We'll be able to infer everything from battle plans to meal consumption. Not that we'd care about that sort of thing, outside of the effects of diet on combat readiness. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there, but it's all part of the adventure.
Sounds like it's not entirely ready.
Oh, it's ready. We're long past the inference stage. Statistical models can only go so far. And now that we've corrected the prior mishaps, it's time for real flesh and blood pilots to stress test the systems. The kind unafraid to make the necessary sacrifices. In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave and fearless Marines to be transferred to the station. They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided there are minimal casualties, we can present our findings to MAST. Splendid. That was fast. I thought I put in the request this morning. Normally my requests aren't given this much attention, let alone haste. It seems a tad suspicious. You're right. We do need to hurry if we're going to have this module ready in time. You make a compelling case. Ah, yes. The wheels of bureaucracy tend to have corners. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world if we cut them. You do have a point. True. And Commander Natar's checkpoints are very thorough. Too thorough, if you ask me, not that anyone does. All right, you've convinced me. You're the new test pilot. You'll need a uniform and a terminal password to authorize a flight and get past Natar's cumbersome checkpoints. The uniform you can get in the locker room area, the password you get from me. You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center. And of course, best of luck. You are doing science a great service by undertaking this sacrifice.
All right. Okay. That went. Okay. That went much more smoothly than I thought. Yeah, I'm not gonna use digipacks on this.
Pilot.
Okay, where's the thing? Where's the thing? Upstairs. No?
Prototype ship, you are not cleared for takeoff. What's going on over there?
Unauthorized launch from engineering. All ships, secure the prototype. I have visual. Safety's off.
Why couldn't I move? Oh, there's no engine. Fuck.
Prototype ship, you are not cleared for takeoff. What's going on over there?
Unauthorized launch from engineering.
The ship is not docked, you dummy.
All ships, secure the prototype. Alarms up. Mine?
I have things for you. Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Nice to know Neva was right about you. It's good to have a promising rookie with the fleet.
Neva vouch for me?
Surprise? Neva talks tough, and frankly, she is tough. But she's not a machine.
I've done it without you.
I won't deny I helped. Let's hope the compensation reflects that, huh? Anyway, I believe I owe you a drink. It's the last time I'm paying, of course. Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy, you've earned more than your fair share already with that comm spike.
Did Delgado clue you in on the comm spike?
Yeah, although I get why you didn't give me the details. If I had known this was about the legacy, I might have asked for a bigger cut. Sounds like you're on board as a true believer. I have to admit, the way things are going, I'm starting to believe myself. Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Now that you've had your drink and my debt is paid, it's time for you to give Delgado the good news.
Every captain here's under stripes.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the ComSpike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, a job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. ComSpike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4. It's the giant shroud that covers the entire city. Big ugly thing that Generdyne uses to absorb lightning strikes. When you arrive in Neon, I'm sure your contact will fill you in with all the boring details.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away, neighbor. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. You'll find I rarely imply things. In fact, I take pleasure in declaring my words straight to your goddamn face. Here is an example. I want you to do everything Estelle asks. Follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
Howdy.
I'm not worried about the fleet taking the ComSpike. Not like they have the brains to use it.
Remember to turn in any evidence fragments you find. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
I got none. Okay.
You have permission to speak freely. It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process.
I'm a veteran. I never take the life of a fellow soldier.
Honor Loyalty and valor are exactly the attributes we admire in a SysDev operative.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report.
Delgado has Jasmine Durand working on a comm spike.
That all depends on what you brought back from your mission. Aside from your eyewitness testimony, I assume you have the usual evidence that could lead to her incarceration?
I can take it off your hands once we complete your debriefing, but at the moment, I'm far more concerned about the comm spike.
Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem?
He believes the Generdyne's conduction grid is Neon is the key.
The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
If that's the case, inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake.
What embarrassing mistake?
The fact that our common enemy owes its existence to the United Colonies, of course. It was the riot at the Lock, touched off by Jasper Creeks, that inspired him to create the Crimson Fleet in the first place.
Thanks to your assistance, we'll be able to rectify that mistake, and MAST will authorize an all-out assault.
Are you concerned that the fleet is getting close to the Crix's legacy?
Of course I am, but it's a calculated risk.
I'm pleased they're finally taking you seriously.
It's long overdue. All right, I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.